Good morning, it's your boy here. We're gonna go right now immediately to the physiotherapist. Hopefully we got some good news. I'm low-key kinda scared. I'm low-key kinda scared. I'm low-key kinda scared. Throughout my life, I've always had this kind of obsessive compulsive ideology when it comes to hobbies. Finally hit a good shot, that dopamine rises. I guess it's time to go get a new set of golf clubs. And also, don't forget to get a fire bag for those brand new golf clubs because they need to be rested in style when you're not playing with them, you know? Oh, you want to start doing YouTube? Oh, easy. Go buy the most expensive PC on the market. And don't forget the equipment that goes along with it as well. Now, some might call this a childish ideology, but I, for one, call it my creative process. So when someone as hard-headed as I am says that I want to run a marathon, and then someone tells me that I can't, you best believe that I'm going to be pissed about it. Now, if you've been following the channel for the past month, which, by the way, congratulations to me for posting 1 week for 4 weeks straight. That's a new record on this channel, and it's going to keep increasing. So if you've been following the channel for the past month, you would know that I've been training for a marathon and a half marathon. And not only that, but I've also sadly been dealing with some injuries. And the funny thing is, if you actually know me personally, you would know that I have had back pain on and off for over the better part of a decade now. The pain has always ranged from ouchie in my tummy, all the way to holy shit, I'm on fire, get away from me, nobody talk to me, I need to lay down. And for whatever reason, the multiple doctors and PTs I had gone throughout my life literally would just look at me and be like, no, you're just, you're too young, so you're good. There's no way you can really feel this pain. Most likely, you just need to do a little bit more abs. Can you imagine? They would all tell me that I was just way too young to be experiencing this pain, telling me how I should feel in my own body. And then they would go along the lines of saying something like, maybe you should just work your abs out more. I wish that was a joke, but for whatever reason, every time someone told me that, a little part of me died inside. Now, just for reference, this is what I looked like a couple years ago, 3 years ago exactly, and people were still telling me to work my abs out more. Granted, I was a little bit leaner here, and my back pain was a little bit less severe, but alas, definitely working abs out was not the problem. Fast forward to my 27-year-old self, I finally got recommended by my new PT to go do an MRI because she immediately told me, I think you've been lied to your entire life and you probably have a couple issues in the back, so go get checked out. And the news I got from her was diabolical. We're now dressed in all black to commemorate the occasion. Yeah, so absolutely terrible news from your boy. Turns out, not only do I have one, but I have 2 hernias. I know. Got me feeling like Billy Mays over here. From what I understand, one of them is already a slipped disc. I'll put it up on the screen, even though it's actually pretty scary to look at. From what I understand, I actually have a slipped disc.
Are you okay? Oh my. Ow.
And then I have a hernia that's a little bit less bad, but still pretty bad if you look at it. Now, why is this caused? Apparently, this is caused, at least one of the reasons, is from having a completely straight back. And when I say back, I mean spine, not my crazy lat muscles. So normal spines will have normally a little bit like of a bend, and mine is completely straight. So what happens is every time you run, every time you jump, every time you do something, the spine compresses a little. And what is the object of least resistance down there? Obviously, my discs. In other words, it wasn't my football, it wasn't my jiu-jitsu, it wasn't my boxing, it wasn't the miles I ran, it was just genetics. Apparently God gives and God takes, you know? So he gave me really good shoulder genetics, but he gave me really shitty spine genetics. Apparently I'm not spine maxing enough. Gotta work that out in the gym more often. Well, not anymore apparently. Right now, currently I have no phantom pain, but I do have occasional pain and honestly frequent. It depends on the week or the day or the month or what I'm actually doing. And here's the deal. I have gone through a mental struggle these past few days. It's funny because you know you're still the same person that got up that day. And for whatever reason, it just brings a new fear in you. All of a sudden, maybe you don't want to get up, or all of a sudden you don't know how to move or walk. And maybe, just maybe, you don't even want to pick up that pillow on the floor because you're scared that your back will just fucking explode. And for anyone that's really going through a struggle like this right now, all I can really do is recommend one thing. Just spend time with your loved ones and do what makes you happy. For me, that's watching a lot of good movies, a lot of bad ones as well. Still working out, still going to the gym, but with extreme caution, obviously. And just chilling for a bit. Give yourself that mental break or that physical break. I know that a lot of people in this day and age can't really give themselves a luxury, but if you can get a couple days and a couple hours and they're just relaxing and giving yourself a couple seconds to breathe, do it. Now, super important, for people that are trying to still look good without their shirt off, right? Don't give up on the diet. Honestly, if you ask me, right, the first thing I wanted to do when I got bad news was drive to Mickey D's, get myself a large fry, another large fry for the way back, a CBO maybe, and then 20 McNuggets with a Coca-Cola and then maybe another small Coke, you know. That may or may not be a real order for me. But alas, I didn't go. I locked in the diet and I still look pretty decent. Even though my training has been suboptimal, not bad, but suboptimal, my diet has been pretty optimal. I would say around 90-95% locked in. And part of that is thanks to my wonderful girlfriend. If I feel bad, if I don't want to move, if I don't want to cook, she's got us. Thank God. So shout out to her, right? It really does help if you can have another person to back you up in these situations. The legend of Sisyphus. Sisyphus was a king who, for cheating death multiple times, was punished by the gods to forever push a boulder up a hill. And every time he would get almost across that boulder in that mountain, failure. It would roll right back down. We're not giving up in regards to fitness and sports. That is a promise. There are plenty of things that I can still do with my doctor's advice and opinion that will actually help me strengthen my abs. Funny. Strengthen my abs and strengthen my back. But also will make me feel good. That's what matters. For you to feel good. And most importantly, always remember that you're still the same person that woke up today, yesterday, and the day before that. Always put forth your best effort because that is what you owe to yourself. Fuck the people around you, to yourself. The same way that Albert Camus once said, one must imagine Sisyphus happy, you must imagine yourself happy. I personally have always struggled with putting in the work and actually consistently uploading YouTube videos. And now look at me, week 5 with 5 uploads consistently. Go try and do something for 4 weeks and tell me that it's not easier on the 5th week. I bet that it's not even that hard to actually build a habit. According to Philip Lally at the University College of London, on average, it'll take someone around 66 days to actually form a habit. And the actual range is anywhere from 18 days to 254 days, which in retrospect doesn't really sound that fast. Huh. I guess I'll see you in week 9.
I seen me through the process. I don't really want no problems. Niggas ain't got no merit. Niggas ain't got no posture. Round here we keep shit G'd up, kick my feet up out my posse, and deposit, keep it posse.